Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? Little reference for I was watching a social media video online, and the guy had like a sound over thing going on, and there was a lot of truth to what was being said, and he was showing himself like moving a timing chain, and then showing afterwards the timing chain being replaced and how much tighter it was, and in the voiceover, it said, do you know why my hands look like this? Because I'm too stupid to wear gloves, and because my dick ain't big enough to be a porn star. I thought, you know what? I started looking through the comment section just to get a laugh, right? Just to wake up a little bit and get a laugh this morning. And in the comment section, there was a guy that made a comment, and I was like, dude, that's freaking video quality right there. And he said, you know what's so crazy about people going to colleges and paying these automotive... Don't get me wrong, there's all the more reason to go to automotive colleges. To get the fundamentals, to get the basics and stuff down. But you can get that through a dealership. And here's what the guy was saying. And it's 100% true what he said it. And I never thought about it the way he said it. And then I added my own context to it because he didn't really explain. So I heard the explanation in my head, but it wasn't actually put down on paper for other people to understand what he means by this. But I knew what he meant right away. And he said, you know what's stupid is all these people pay to go to college, $25,000, $35,000 a year for automotive tech school. And you can literally go start working at a dealership as a lube tech, as a helper, an apprentice, or somebody already skilled. And they will literally send you to the same programs where you learn and get certified through the manufacturer at a higher rate. You're actually going to get paid while you're there. A lot of them will give you a vehicle. You get paid for your room stay while you're gone. And on top of that, your school's paid for. You're getting certified through the manufacturer, which is a higher level than just going to a trade school, which is a higher level than just getting regular ASCs. So why do that? Why go to college when you can get a job at the dealership, especially if you got a little bit of experience under your belt and know the basics, or even if you don't know the basics and you're just trying and you get in with the dealership, they're gonna eventually send you to school. So what do you do when you go to automotive college? A year and a half, 2 years, 2.5 years? Basic automotive college is 2 years. You get through the manufacturer's training in 6 to 9 months total. Whenever they can send you, and you're not going all the time, you're going spreading out your classes, so you're getting paid to go learn, except when you go to college you're paying to go learn. I'm like, oh my god, I never freaking thought about it that way. I've always had the gist of explaining things like that to people, but never thought about it that way. And it's so true. You can literally get a job at a dealership and they will pay you to go get certified in the automotive field right from the manufacturer, which is the best certification you can get. ASCs are okay, but don't get me wrong, a smart monkey could pass ASCs. There's nothing really hard about ASCs. There never has been. I've always been a good test taker, and I've never had a problem. I don't even have to study for it. Even areas where I don't know anything about it, where in the past when I started taking them, I could use common sense and process of elimination, be like, oh, that's the answer right there. They just basically gave the answer away in the question or the explanation of the scenario. And a lot of times the answers are in what they're actually asking or explaining. You just have to be smart enough to kind of pick that out. So ASCs, to me, they're great to have, don't get me wrong, but they don't mean very much. And then to get recerted, every so often, once you become a senior master or a master, it's like, it's not that big a deal. It's really not. It's just time. That's all it is. But when you go through automotive training and you have to specialize in what their engine tear down, transmission rebuilding, how their air conditioning systems and stuff, electrical systems work, and what all these different modules and components and stuff do, that's stuff that you're never going to figure out getting your ASCs. ASCs are the basic information into what you're doing, and then you have a little bit more advanced stuff into what you're doing, but the manufacturer-specific training is actually where it's at. And I thought, damn, dude, that's crazy. I've thought about it like that, but I've never had the words come out of my mouth like that. You could literally go to work for a dealership and they send you to manufacturer training and they pay you to be there. So why would you spend $35,000, $25,000 in putting yourself in debt to go to automotive school? There's a lot of truth to that. There's also the flip side to that as well. If you pay for the schooling up front and get it out of the way up front, typically you have to go through a precursor to going through that manufacturer program. So you'll have to go through a automotive basics in the college, and then they move you into the program for the manufacturer. And I've heard like local colleges costing like $19,000, like colleges that are completely dedicated to specific programs and stuff to specialize in what they do. $30,000, $32,000, $35,000 UTI, and some automotive colleges closed down because the enrollment wasn't as high as they thought it was going to be, like Wildtech. So yeah, I mean, there's a flip side to it. You could take a chance, and the manufacturer could take, or the dealership could take 5 years to get you through all your training and then some. A lot of guys haven't even finished, just because they haven't shown the initiative to push. Say, hey, I got my trans class up next. I got my advanced diagnostics up next. I got engine performance next. Push me, push. Send me. A lot of guys get lax and they're like, I got half of it done. I got time, and they never make it to their master or their senior master because they just don't push. They don't push to get there. So that's how I got in the program with Ford. Was I went through UTI, but before UTI, I was at a collision repair school, and I got my certs with collision repair, and then I got my ASCS with collision repair. Then I went off to UTI, and I did automotive, gasoline, then I did diesel, and then I did the international program through their specialized training, and the MSAT, manufacturer-specific absolute training program. And then I did the Ford FACT, which is the Ford Accelerated Credential Training Program, which are the two full programs for the manufacturer. And that's how I got into the Ford stuff, but I didn't have to do that. I could have went straight to the dealership and had them start sending me, and probably would have taken me, a couple years, if not a little bit more, to get all my certs. But if they see you pushing and giving them the initiative of your time and effort and stuff like that, and it's a good dealership, and they see what you're putting in, they'll continue to keep sending you over and over and over and over and over again, and they'll make sure you're getting all your certifications, because not only does it make you look better and you get more pay, it also makes them look better because they have more certified technicians on the floor. So yeah, you don't have to go to automotive school to get where you want to be. You can go straight to the dealership and get certified there and not pay $35,000 to go to college for a few years. True fact. Y'all be blessed.